Hey folks, welcome back to another Poem Master video, and I know this one's a bit late, but you know, might as well do it anyways, right? Because like, what, two of these units are already out, but you know, that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So anyways, yeah, as usual, let's just you know, sort of go over these new units this month and see how they stack up with each other, right? So yeah, the this. And then let's get into it. So yeah, this month, thankfully you don't have the extra 2 variety scouts, you know, in month for whatever reason. And yeah, although it's still like it's like 2 massacres and like 2 poke fairs that I need to like 5 out of 5. But anyways, okay, let's go through them. So should we start from top or bottom? I don't know. Let's start. Let's start from bottom. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The Lodge Adaman's probably, well, not even probably. It's the weakest of the bunch, and it's not like a terrible unit or whatever. But I'd say like in terms of some of the Lodge, like even if you do compare it to some of the Lodge units we've been getting lately, it's not like the best. It has a few issues that kind of make it a bit limiting in terms of what you could sort of run her on, right? I mean, it's a support and all, right? Which is always good to have, right? Especially if you are doing gauntlet streaks, which, by the way, I need to keep doing my own streaks, man. I've been taking a bit of a break from that, but yeah, I mean, it has some good things on it. Definitely has some good things on it, you know, recuperation. Especially since Lodge units you could actually EX now, so you're actually getting a bit more out of those sinks, right? So yeah, you do have the recuperation there, which is nice, and you know, the protect, the special defense and physical defense buff, so it's buff both of your defenses, which is really nice, and also gives special attack as well. So it's not like a, you know, it's not a complete defensive support either, right? And yeah, just the main thing about this unit is that it has so much rain stuff in it. Like, it doesn't have rain itself, but it has, you know, a lot of just rain things on, and it's not even just, okay, it's just some grid nodes, right? But no, even on its like regular kit, right? Like, one of its passive is like rain gear too, which is a solid passive, right? You know, 20% damage reduction in rain, but again, it needs rain. So can you run it outside of rain? Yeah, you can run it outside of rain, but you're missing out on some stuff, which kind of sucks, right? You know, there's also rain immunity, racing rain, right? And then with the damage reduction on rain, all that stuff. You know, it's not like the biggest deal if you don't have it, but it would be nice if you do have rain on it. But yeah, outside of that, again, you know, some other decent things. Got the pep rally on X defense as well. You know, catalytic acceleration on top of sync wall. So like you have what, 3 things on sync, recuperation. So yeah, again, it's not even like a bad unit, right? It's just slightly restrictive, not completely, but slightly. Next up on this list, unfortunately, probably gonna be the new Eugene over here, right? So the thing about this Eugene, it's a bit of a finicky unit, right? Like, it's fine. Like, it has good things in it, right? You know, especially if you're facing 3 enemies, it should be really nice on gauges. The recharging strike 3, right? That's definitely neat and all. Eugene is kind of like a Sing Suit Ethan, right? Kind of like a Sing Suit Ethan in a sense. I don't think he's as good as Sing Suit Ethan though, right? Definitely not as good as Tapu Lele, right? So it's kind of in that you know, style of units. You know, Sing Suit Ethan, Sing Suit Luzamine, Tapu Lele. But again, I don't think he's better than Ethan or Lele. You could maybe argue Luzamine or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it has some stuff in here, right? It has some stuff in here. It does have a pretty nice striker sync, right, to go along with the 2 AoE moves it has. So it's an AoE striker through and through, right? Good AoE sync, and then both its relevant moves, for doing damage at least, are AoE. And like the damage isn't terrible, but it's not like great either. If you look at the surf damage, B surf, I mean, for a B move, that's kind of rough. That is kind of rough, right? Probably stems from the very, very low special attack stat over there, unfortunately. And you know, B surf has a decent BP, but it's not. Maybe it's just not enough, right? Maybe it's just not enough. But it is pretty easy to max out its own stats at least, right? I mean, it does cost 3 gauges, but you know, this one move, boom, you get +6 special attack, +3 crit, all that stuff. That's definitely nice, right? You know, has a few things that help support the team as well with the, you know, condition nullification effect. Has a AoE flinch over here, which is definitely nice, right? I mean, you could run him with Singsu Chris, obviously the other Suicune, and like Vaporeon. Well, that doesn't really narrow it down because we have like a bunch of Vaporeons. But the Lyra, I believe, was it Lyra? I think it's Lyra, right? Lyra Vaporeon, the Variety Scout one. And there you go. You have like a full Johto Master Passive team that could be pretty neat to use. And then the other one, Blizzard. The Blizzard is pretty solid, right? It's not anything crazy, but it's definitely nice. It's definitely nice. It's the best. It's the, outside of Irida herself, it's the best special ice type damage we have, unfortunately. Again, he's not ice type himself. And oh, forgot to mention. Did I mention his nuke? I think I did, right? But yeah, his nuke is definitely you know, pretty good, right, for a striker. That's really solid striker nuke, AoE nuke numbers over there, right? So that could probably compensate for some of the AoE split damage that his other moves have, right? Next up, I guess, I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's a bit too predictable. Let's just go with the top unit this month by far is Adaman. This is not really that close, honestly. He's just really good. He's good, really strong unit himself, right? And then on top of that, he just has an environment to actually thrive in, right? Very powerful teams that he could be put in, that he could help, right? He's just really good, man. I don't know what else to say, right? We've all seen him so far. The teams are just ridiculous, right? And yeah, he just provides so much to a lot of different physical grass teams that you could run, right? The free move next, like straight up every time you crit, that's just, yeah, like that is not even close to the most broken part of his kit, and it's just crazy to think about, right? Like, just, again, free move next every time you land a crit that's just nuts. And then, you know, you crit on everything, right? So you don't even have to pray your 80% crit hits on your sync, right? And then, yeah, the sun, infinite sun, right? 50% extra multiplier in sun as well. Obviously, the Sinnoh Master passive. You know, he could do some pretty good damage himself, right? Be Razor Leaf with -2 AoE grass rebuff. -2 AoE grass rebuff, man. And then the -4 physical defense as well, right? Easily self-sufficient. Just one move, boom, you're good. You have sync move countdown there too. Yeah, he could tank as well. Physical moves, heal. He's just, yeah, just by far the best unit this month. So yeah, that's yeah. As for 2 and 3, there's a bit of debate. We had, I think Runner argued Silver was better, right? Or Singsu Silver. I kind of see, you know, I kind of see where he's coming from, right? Just because it's, you know, this guy's just a really good unit, right? Like, straight up. Whereas again, is B move, right? That's -3 sync move countdown just on that move, like an entire turn, like gone, right? Entire sync move countdown turn is gone. It's incredibly powerful. He should be the strongest nuker, right? Ice nuker when he comes out. Was he the overall strongest nuker in the game as well? I don't remember. Oh, no. That's Adaman. So, yeah, one more thing, you know, that Adaman gets, right? Strongest nuker in the game. But no. He's going to be the strongest ice-type nuker in the game. So, Irida does get that, does get the strongest ice nuker in the game for, like 2 weeks before Silver takes over her. But, yeah, outside of that, it be triple axle hits very hard. Right, triple axle itself hits very hard as well, and then on top of that, right, again, this is just free, man. versus master mode. That's basically a free win. Yeah, it's just very powerful, incredibly fast too, like 400 base speed. I know you guys can't see it on the screen, but 400 base speed, right, with max speed buffs himself, and then you get move gauge acceleration. All that stuff, and then you have yeah, just a lot of things going for, you know, the kit, right? The you know, you also have the heals, the debuffs, right? Punishing Strike 4, that's definitely really nice too. So yeah, so point being, I do kind of see his point. Adrenaline, oh my god, I forgot about the Adrenaline too. Like, this guy's just the ultimate sync move countdown unit, man. The ultimate sync move countdown unit. That's just nuts, right? Tripping Strike 9 as well, right? So this is low key. This is kind of like, you know, this is almost like a ice type Dojo Gloria in a sense, almost. But I don't know. Personally, I feel like I like Irida better. I don't know. I kind of overruled it, but again, I don't deny that this Sync to Silver is very powerful. But I just feel like Irida provides a bit more. Yeah, even though, you know, she doesn't have something that you think as broken as a mechanic as Sneasel, right? But she just has so many things, right? Again, Ice Zone plus Hail, even though I know it's bad, right? But like, there's potential in the future maybe, but or just even just for herself, right? Even just, you know, the Ice Zone and Hail, even just for herself is pretty good, right? But yeah, outside of that, unfortunately, again, her power up is not 50% like Adaman, it's only 20%, but still, it's for the whole team. It's not bad, right? It's a Tapu Lele thing, and the Tapu Lele thing was very powerful. This one's also very powerful, right? Just could have been better, but whatever. Yeah, that aside, right? She could also tank as well. Her nuke, not as powerful as Silver's, but still pretty darn powerful, right? Still pretty powerful. She has the extensions on Ice Zone, right? Hail as well. You get an extra Ice Zone / Hail on entry. It just slightly sucks that that's all she got. She doesn't have like more ways to, because like the maximum amount of Ice Zone / Hail she gets is like 3. Could have been, I'm just saying, could have been a bit better if she got more than 3, right? But you know, she does have the extensions to make up for some of that, I guess, right? Her gauges were surprisingly not as good as I expected. But I mean, it's still decent enough, right? Still decent enough, and yeah, I mean, her only issue is just her teammates, right? It's just her teammates, like, yeah, yeah, her teammates are not the best. Yeah, that's the big thing with her, I guess. So, anyways, I don't know. You know what? I'm slightly. I don't know. I still like Irida better, man. Is this like a Master Fair bias just because she's like a Master Fair? I just add like invisible points on her. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like her kits. Silver is really good, man. Yeah. If only, man. If only they just made things perfect and made both of them physical or both of them special. I guess both of them special would probably make a bit more sense because Adaman physical, they probably wanted to, you know, contrast over here with being special, right? Made them both special. You know, kept a similar-ish. Well, I guess they can't really do that for Sneasel just because like triple axle is just straight up physical. Is there like a special? Well, they could have done like Actually, no. All the multi-hit ice moves are physical, right? Yeah. Never mind. All the multi-hit ice moves like Ice Ball, Icicle Spear, all that is physical, unfortunately. But I don't know. They could have. I'm sure they could have found another way to sneak in -3 sync move countdown in there, regardless. So, anyways, yeah. That's it for this one, I guess. Hope y'all generally guys think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the videos for town, some more Pokemon Masters content. And it's my brother's graduation today, so I have to go to that. So I'll probably have to record the story event after I get back. So yeah, but I'll get it up today. All right, I'll get it up today. So all right, have fun. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck, guys. Are pulling for the units.